Now we've got into some massive trees. The other ones are just huge. These are massive. And then look at that one right there. Man. And you got some right there. We're getting toward the end of the trail. See, there's another massive one. We are getting close to the Boy Scout tree, which is the largest tree in this particular forest. So it makes sense that we would see some other very large trees. Look at that one though. Look at that. It's two combined.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? They combine up there and down there. They're massive is what they are. Massive. And this one looks like at least three into one. Yeah, we went from the huge tree range to the massive tree range. And you got all these ferns too. Lots of ferns out there. You gotta watch where you're walking because this trail has all kinds of roots that you end up walking on. And you don't want to trip on the roots. At least I don't want to. See those two massive ones we just walked through on the trail? Well, I'll film more when we get to the Boy Scout tree, which isn't too far off. Of course, for you, once I turn the camera off, it's 3 seconds away. But for me, it's more like 5 minutes. Okay, we made it. Here is the Boy Scout tree, the largest tree in this forest. And you see it going up. It's actually like a 2 at the top there. It goes into 2. Down here I'm zoomed out all the way. You can see, well, here I'm zooming in. Boy Scout tree it says. And I'll zoom out all the way. Hey Lana, get up there. We'll show the folks how big this thing is. And
I'll show them how skinny I look against it.
that's right.
You zoomed out?
Yeah.
Ta-da!
See there?
See?
See how big that tree is?
Don't I look slim?
I can barely see her. Where'd you go?
I lost so much weight on the Boy Scout tree diet. This was the before picture, how white I was, and this is how what I look like now.
Let me get the other side. This is when you're walking up. It doesn't look as big walking up. I guess that's why they put the sign on the other side. See, that's what it looks like when you're walking up. Well, not up. I'm not walking up the tree. I'd fall pretty quickly. Yeah, there it is, the Boy Scout tree. Next stop is the waterfall. That's not too far from here, maybe 5 minutes if that. The Fern Falls, they call it. You would think it'd be the Boy Scout Falls. Maybe they don't like the idea of Boy Scouts falling. They'd rather have a fern falling. But yeah, Boy Scout tree. And here we are at the Fern Falls, the end of the trail here. The end of the Boy Scout tree trail. It goes up pretty good. Not all that wide. That's about the best I've seen it flowing just because the time of year. It's June 11th. We'll get up closer, take a closer gander at it. So here we are at the base of the falls. Fern Falls. So here I am, I climbed up a little ways. You can see Lana down there. Hi. And here's the top of the waterfalls. Coming down, down there, and down there. That's how the water falls. So there you have it. Up close and personal with the falls. Oh, look at the little hummingbird. Ah, it went away. We were on the Boy Scout tree trail for 3.5 hours, and now we're back on this dirt road here in the car, and we're going back to Crescent City. It's just a couple miles out. We're not going back the way we came. We're going continuing on this road for a couple more miles, and then we'll be in Crescent City where we'll get something to eat. It's 4 o'clock and we haven't had lunch yet, so kind of hungry.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. It's just a tad. It's just a tad. We only walked 3.5 hours and haven't eaten in 7 hours, so we're...
Oh, tell them about climbing over a tree.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. We got to just before the falls there, just before the Boy Scout tree, I think it was. Or maybe
Yes.
It was, yeah. They had a tree that had fallen down over the trail, probably in the last week or so. I don't know. And so we had the challenge of climbing up over it. Going over, we climbed the lower part and then got over, and then coming back we got up over with the higher part. It just seemed like that was easier that way. Got to sort of jump down a little bit on both sides to get over that tree. It's big trees up here, so if one falls, it's a big thing to get over. It's not easy. Yeah, like that one fell. That one's been down there for a while. And then coming back, we saw a ranger, and so I asked her about that, and she said that no ranger has come out there. She's the first one to go out there. So we got to that tree, the fallen tree, before any park ranger got out here. Now that may be just because they're lazy, I don't know, but
Ooh, look at that big stump.
that's probably been sitting there for like that for a couple years. You got all these trees growing out of it. But yeah, you'd think it'd just fall on down the road. I mean, gravity would take over, but it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun hiking. We also saw a lizard on the trail, and he just wouldn't move.
He played dead.
Yeah, he played dead. I poked him with a little stick there to see if he was alive, and he blinked, so he was alive. And then when we walked back, he wasn't there anymore, so he didn't move. But yeah, he wouldn't even move on that trail. We walked by it. I walked by it twice. Lana walked by it once, and it didn't move a single time. It stayed right there. Just a few inches from it, not too far, because it was right in the middle of the trail, and the trail's not that wide. But had a lot of fun, so now we're on our way back, and of course he's got this scenic road here, the rest of this road here with all these beautiful old growth redwoods, and you know, we got the hike in it, so it was a real fun day. Driving through it, hiking in it, 3.5 hours, and then driving through it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lana says.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that one. Lightning struck it, I guess, or something. It fell down, but still goes up a good 40 feet, maybe. This is real scenic, even if you can't hike. You know, this is something even my grandma could sit in the car and look at all these trees. Something you just get in the car and sit and watch them. Of course, hiking makes it more special. You're out there at it. You can touch them. You can be out there with them. And touch them and climb over them. And the Boy Scout tree trail, the only way to see that in person is to hike to it.
And then you can't find it because it's hidden, so the Boy Scouts can find it. So if you're a Girl Scout, you're not going to find it because only a Boy Scout can find it, because the sign for the tree is on the tree, which is not on the trail. You have to take a loop off the trail to find the tree.
Yeah, you have to have wilderness survival techniques embedded in your mind to be able to figure out where this tree is. But of course, a wilderness expert like myself knows exactly how to find it. Of course, first 3 times or so I went on it, I didn't see it. But that's beside the point. I know where it is now. This is a standoff of the car. I can sit here just as long as you can.
That was North Carolina.
Oh.
Hey, North Carolina.
Hey. But you can see it's real scenic here, even though we're not on the trail. This road is real scenic. All these big old growth redwoods. I mean, they're huge. Might even call them massive. Some of them are massive.
Oh, that's a narrow path.
Now we're gonna go through it. You can do it.
You can do it.
Ah, you made it.
Yay!
Dun da 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 dun da 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 da.
Do I get a Boy Scout badge for that?
No, all you get is what you just got. Was that little ditty I did.
Fine, I'll just make cookies and sell them.
Hope you don't charge
Girl Scouts.
I hope you don't charge $5 a box for 8 cookies.
I will, because I'm all about making a profit.
Yeah, that's what the Girl Scouts do nowadays. I think it's $5.
Yes.
Crazy. And you get eight cookies in there. You could eat a whole box in one setting.
I have.
Yeah. Look at that tree, the little growth on the outside of that. That's a weird branch there. It's growing on the side. You never know what you're going to find with these old redwoods. I don't know. Do you know?
I don't know.
She doesn't know.
I know nothing.
Sure was quiet walking through that forest. At points you'd be walking, no birds, no sounds.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Kind of creepy. It's like a really a bad horror flick movie. A B movie.
There's one that fell down many years ago. Can't see it too good. This is down. If it was up higher, you could see it. A lot of cars. When we got there, we were the 4th car parked for the Boy Scout tree trail. And 3.5 hours later when we left, there were, I think, 19 cars, something about 19 cars there, parked down the road a ways even, because it was so jammed with cars. So that's become a really popular trail. I guess we got here early enough where we beat the crowd. We sure did see a lot. We didn't see hardly, I don't think we saw anybody in the first mile and a half. Then we saw a couple people, and we really started seeing the people walking out to this tree and to the falls when we were walking back.